Hi, everyone. We're live here with Unicorn.Events for the Unicorn Battle. And let me introduce to you our wonderful CEO, Anna Fedorova. Anna, please take it away.
Thank you, Victoria. I'm really glad to be here because today is our last Unicorn Battle. We are heading all the way to the Unicorn Cup, which is upcoming next Thursday. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so happy to see you all, wishing you a great season of anything. And we already did everything so you could catch a few unicorns. If you didn't, FinTech is the place to be today. This season, we have done industry-focused battles. You had seen robotics, e-commerce, health tech, biotech, AI, e-commerce, many other industries. And we are here today for the Unicorn Battle, where our great official judges, expert board, business angels will be evaluating startup investment potential. And at the end, we will have a winner announced. We are live and broadcasting to the whole world. So please share the links that are in our chat within your community. Help startups to be more successful. Our event is happening thanks to our sponsors. We greatly appreciate our Platinum Sponsor Network VC, the management company of our global ecosystem and main center of our venture activities. And you can explore this amazing opportunity. If you want to do venture business, consider Network VC as a partner. Please scan this QR code for the details. Thanks to our golden sponsor, Silicon Valley Syndicate Club. And accredited investors, this message is for you if you want to invest into the startups that win our unicorn battles and many other. Together with other VCs and business angels, scan this QR code or go to our event page and join us to participate in great deals. And our silver sponsor, Startup Inc., an investor onboarding and management platform to get an access to the exclusive deals worldwide. We are scanning the whole planet to bring you extraordinary innovations from all over the world. And only the best ones make it to the unicorn battles. You will see 11 startups, 11 best startups today. And the winner of today's online unicorn battle will participate in the Unicorn Cup finals March 16th, next Thursday. It will be a grand happening with VCs and prominent startups from all over the world. So please mark this date in your calendar. It will be 2 parts for one hemisphere, for the other hemisphere. We're starting with the sun and pitching all day until the sun goes down. And so you can see wherever you are, just log in and be with us at this great happening. Many people in the audience, many important, very interesting people in the audience, and you just cannot miss it. Unicorn.Events is an open competition where successful startups pitch for private investors, corporations, and venture funds. We are the world's largest startup pitch competition by geography and the number of the events held already. We shed a light on the best startups since 2009 and do our events on a regular basis all over the world. Online, offline, hybrid events, anything. Join us to see the best solutions and meet great personalities. And we are proud to be leading a great community of prominent startups, top VCs, business angels, and we don't stand in the middle and just love when investors find great deals right here. We had seen it happening. We only ask you to remember about us and shoot our venture fund a note, for it is most likely to join the deal. Sign up to our LinkedIn and YouTube community not to miss any unicorns. One of our unfanned advantages is a great network of our partners that do unicorn pitches with us. That is state, country, or city pitch event for local startups to meet top VCs from all over the world. So if you are leading a startup community and we haven't been introduced yet for some reason, please contact me directly and we will talk about it, because it is very interesting to chat with you, to know how is your community doing and introduce them to our investors, because that's what investors are for, right? So I would really love you to join our partners network that is covering the whole planet, from the USA to Singapore, from the Australia to Canada, and maybe in beyond, maybe in Greenland, we'll have partners someday. So welcome once again to the FinTech Unicorn Battle, and I'm very glad to introduce you to our great Victoria, who always does these amazing events. Victoria, what do you have for us today?
Thank you, Anna, for the introduction. So this event wouldn't be happening without our partners. And allow me just to shed light on each one of them. Mans International, GSD Venture Studios, KPMG US, Intuitio Ventures, QP Digital, IHQ Ventures, Silver Needle Ventures Fund, Chanzo Capital, Avenue Normal, Supercap Group, Edison Partners, Kuraneco Innovation Fund, FIDA Growth Partners, Epoch Partners, Kashek, Areta Ventures, Ivor, Idea Capital Ventures, Nordic Startup Ventures, Chertai Ventures, Tomorrowverse Capital, Urano Capital, Space Shuttle Ventures, and Paracha Ventures. Yeah, we have plenty of them. That's true. And obviously our media partners who are helping us with the exposure: ITK Media, MIT Enterprise Forum, Central and Eastern Europe, and Crypto News. Because it's the last event of the season, we are gonna uphold the great mood for the finals. And Anna, I'm gonna pass the mic back to you to introduce our wonderful judges.
Thank you, Victoria. I would like to remind everyone that at our Unicorn Battles, we have different categories of judges voting for the startup investment potential. You have your own voting link in your mail or in your calendar. Please look up for it. It's individual. You log in when you press it under your profile in our event page and vote. Your vote is counted in a group. We have a group of our wonderful judges that is called Expert Board. There's representatives of VC firms, of accelerators, some other entities. We have a group of business angels also voting as a group, and we have a group of official judges. Those great guys represent not only some entity, but some big community. And I'm honored to start with our wonderful Alexander Soroka, representing our great international ecosystem. Alexander is a partner and CEO at Network VC, and it's covering the whole world. Alexander, how are you today?
Hello, Anna. Hello, everybody. Glad to be here. And I'm prepared to listen for the interesting startups. Talking about our fund, we are industry agnostic. We don't invest too much in hardware, but FinTech is okay for us. We like late seed round A stages. We are geographically agnostic. Most of our portfolio are in the United States, but we have some startups in Latin America, Middle East, Asia, and Europe. So thank you very much. And
thank you, Alexander. Looking forward to your comments during the event. And let me introduce wonderful Kelly Luo, representing Canada. Kelly is a founding investor at Mans International. Kelly, it's always a pleasure to see you.
Hi, Anna. How are you? Thank you so much, Alex, Anna, and Victoria for having me. And nice to see you all. And greetings to all the fellow judges. Hello, everyone. My name is Kelly Luo, founder and investor of Mans International based in Toronto, Canada. Our major focus is in the smart living, medical, and manufacturing sector. But since 2017, we invested in some financial projects using blockchain technology. And we invested in one of the AI bank anti-fraud detection project and so to a top financial service providers recently. So good luck to all the participants. Thank you, Anna.
Thank you, Kelly, for such a wonderful introduction. And it's my pleasure to welcome Walid Al-Bashir, representing United Arab Emirates. Walid is a founding partner at Intuitio Ventures. Hello, Walid.
Hi, everybody. Thanks, Anna. Thanks, Victoria, and welcome to our fellow judges and startup founders. This is Walid Al-Bashir. I've been in technology for 28 years, and I've been in VC since 2013. By profession, I'm an Industry 4 Web3 expert. I'm looking forward to see what those wonderful startups will bring to the table and to the world today, and looking forward to understand about your ideas.
Okay, Walid, welcome. You're in the right spot for that. And please welcome Ajay Jian, representing India. Ajay is a founder and managing partner of Silver Needle Ventures Fund. Hello, Ajay.
Hey, Anna, thanks for having me here. I think it's great. It's a great forum. Silver Needle Ventures invest into technology-based startups. We are horizontal in that nature. We've done about 20 investments, looking to do 20 more. We do early stage, and 90% of the funds would be deployed in India, but we are looking for some investments outside India. FinTech is definitely an interesting space for us.
Wonderful. Welcome, Ajay. Welcome, Guillaume Kloof, from representing Netherlands. Guillaume is a managing partner at Validate Tech. Guillaume, you're Guillaume, right? I just realized your name is French. Guillaume?
You are on mute. You're on mute.
Yes. The only thing French about me is my name, but I love how fancy my mom was with picking the name. I'm Guillaume Kloof from Validate Tech. We're a global online accelerator program. We're always looking for interesting, innovative startups, and we're not too picky and accept startups that are truly driven from anywhere in the world, truly motivated to helping them to get to that next level. So with that being said, good luck to all of the startups, and I look forward to seeing you guys succeed.
Thank you, Guillaume. Thank you. And welcome, George Gvazava, a founding partner at Space Shuttle Venture. George is from Georgia. Hello, George.
Hello, thank you for having me here. I'm currently Chief Crypto Officer at the largest bank of Georgia, London Stock Exchange listed company. But at the same time, about 2 years ago, I founded a boutique VC with my friend, and we invest in super early stage crypto and blockchain startups mostly. We consider ourselves as angels rather than VCs still. Happy to be here and excited to hear different pitches. Thank you.
Welcome, George. And I'm really glad that we have many women, many more women each time. And welcome, wonderful Sarah Peraha from Pakistan. Sarah is a CEO at Peraha Ventures.
Yeah, it is Paracha.
Paracha. Okay, I'm really bad in my.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Anna, and thank you, Victoria, for having me over here and giving me this opportunity. Hello, everyone, and hello, fellow judges and startups. I'm Sarah Paracha, CEO at Paracha Ventures, which is a Pakistan-based online startup accelerator. We connect startups and investors and mentors. Our major focus is robotics and AI and FinTech. So it will be a very great thing for me to see all of the pitches right now, like how the startups things are getting revolved around the world. And good luck to everybody.
Thank you, Sarah, so much. I really wish you good luck in finding something interesting today. And I'm moving forward to our wonderful expert board consisting of judges representing VCs, accelerators, and some other important entities in startups' lives. So dear judges, please represent yourself shortly for 1 minute, pointing out what startups you invest in, what geography, what industry, what's your sweet spot. Money-wise, please press a button, raise hand. It's beneath in your menu. Yes, Omar, welcome.
Hi, everyone. And it's great to be here again. Lots of familiar faces, some new faces as well. Just wanted to give you a quick update. I actually don't work at the National Incubation Center anymore. I have joined a fund as the head of VC investments. Our fund is focused on frontier markets. We are sector agnostic, and we are looking for amazing founders with scalable ideas that operate in those developing and frontier markets exceptionally well. So we operate between pre-seed and Series A. So we're writing between $150 to $1.5 million checks. And I'm really excited to be here because FinTech is, you know, the space to be looking at right now. So thank you for inviting me.
Welcome, Omar. And dear judges, I cannot persist on you introducing yourselves, but it's good to announce to the whole world what you do. Startups can hear you. We are broadcasting all over the world. Yes, Alexis, welcome. Speak up.
Yes, thanks for having me. I'm a fintech entrepreneur with multiple exits. I'm a partner at Supercap Group. I'm a hedge fund investor, and as you can see, validated on my LinkedIn profile, I'm also sole mandate advisor for world-leading companies, and I want to give the founders an important lesson here. Me and my team are approached all the time, and we often see when we do the research on the ones that have approached us that we can't find any validation on the data, the claims that they make on what they do, etc. So, important lesson: don't make any claims that can't be validated. It's very important. And as an investor, I mainly focus on fintech.
Wonderful. Welcome. Have fun with us.
Thanks.
And Tom Perez Diaz, hello.
Hi, Anna. Good evening, everyone. It's great to be here. Excited to see the startups that we've got on offer today. So I'm from EWAR, and we are primarily talent investing. So we're looking for the best individuals pre-seed stage, and we invest between 75 to 150,000 euros. So really excited to see the talents, and yeah, we're open to fintech companies, of course.
Enjoy. And Gabriel Zanco with us again. Hello, Gabriel.
Anna, hi, great to see you as always, and everyone here at the Unicorn Battle. On my side, I'm based in Colombia. The last 7 years, I've been advising investing in technology, initially in fintech, so that would be interesting for me today. And also, you know, through I recently joined as a mentor also in Techstars, so we're also investing on that side, and very soon in another UK fund. So happy to be here as always.
Wonderful, welcome. And Ratnakar, hello.
Hey, thank you, Anna. I think good to meet you back, all of you. I think we are participating, and as you know, Hyderabad Angels invest in seed plus to Series A, and we write checks anywhere between 100K USD to $500,000 USD. Look forward to see you. I think currently we see many countries are undergoing recession. Consumption story has been low, but I am interested to understand how fintech ecosystem is performing. I think today's pitch deck will give a lot of good ideas across the world what really happening. Looking forward to meet all the startups.
Yeah, welcome, Ratnakar. And Tony, your turn.
Good morning, Anna. Good morning, everybody. This is Tony Zernu. Thank you for having me.
We don't see you, Tony. We don't see you somehow.
That's because I'm driving. So if you allow me,
yeah. Please be safe.
Focus on this. No worries. My apologies for that. I've been a technologist for over 25 years, primarily in IT and cybersecurity. Moved on to do business development, helping early stage. In the last 10 years, created a HCB, which is a consortium for other angel investors. But more than just funding, we are focusing on helping early stage startups in cybersecurity and intersection of cyber and other adjacency market. You've heard Web 3.0, FinTech, telemedicine, AI, you know, so on and so forth. And that's what we focus on, and help these early stage companies through a trusted human bridge network to gain access to smart money. And we do have a consortium of angels. I myself have invested in FinTech and in cybersecurity and telemedicine companies, and really just here to solve them, bridge the gap in whether it's access to their customers, to smart money and or expertise, and whatever that may be. So I appreciate that opportunity. Looking forward to hearing all the innovation that you guys always continue to bring to us. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. And let me introduce Gary Fowler, a great friend of Unicorn.Events. Hello, Gary. Gary, do you hear me? We don't hear you. Support, can you help Gary to unmute himself?
I think he's unmuted, but he might be having mic difficulties.
Yeah, I don't see him speaking. Okay, Gary, you will be given a floor when you come back to us. And Keishi Matsumoto, please speak up.
Hi, can you see me? Oh,
We see San Francisco Bay Bridge, but no, it's Golden Gate.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Great. So nice to meet everyone, and thank you for hosting me. So I'm Kei from Yamato. Yamato is a logistics company in Japan, such as like UPS or FedEx of Japan. So I'm part of a Chronicle Innovation Fund, which is a venture arm of Yamato. We are looking at emerging technologies or anything relevant to logistics. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you for coming. And Pasi Pohjala, please.
Yeah, hello everybody. Yeah, I'm heading a Finland-based venture building firm called Nordic Startup Ventures, and we are investing in pre-seed and seed stages, and focusing not only in the Nordics and Baltics, but so it's basically European-wide. But well, most of the portfolio companies today are actually are from this what we are calling new Nordics, meaning the Nordic countries and then the Baltics.
Wonderful. Enjoy. Glad to have you. Okay. Anyone else?
Hi, everybody. My name is Stanley. I'm currently based in the Netherlands, and I work for an investment bank called Triodos, and we actually look to invest in any in new innovation that is aligned to sustainability and the transition into a more greener world. So I really look forward to hearing all the pitches coming up. Thank you.
Thank you, Stanley. Welcome. Okay, if no judges would love to introduce themselves, we can move on to the stars of this event, startups. Victoria, please take a steering wheel.
Of course. So we have plenty of interesting startups here today. There are 11 of them. We're gonna do our best to stay on time. And we're gonna start with Stirlingshire, represented by Stephen. Stephen, can you share your screen? The stage is yours.
Yes. Thank you. One moment.
No worries. While you're figuring this out, just a reminder to startups that you're going to have 3 minutes for pitching and 3 minutes for the Q&A. And I'm going to alert you while you're pitching that you have 30 seconds left. We can see it. So 30 seconds, 3 minutes and counting starting now.
Great. I'm Steve Woods. I'm the founder and CEO of Stirlingshire. Our goal is to change the full service asset management models. This is your Morgan Stanley's, Merrill Lynch's, JP Morgan's, in a similar fashion to how Robinhood changed the discount broker dealer. So Robinhood went after your E-Trades and TD Ameritrades. We're going up the spectrum to a more full service side of things. I have 13 years experience as a broker on Wall Street. My CTO is the former global head of technology for State Street and former director of the London Stock Exchange. One of my board members is the former chairman of the SEC, and my chief market strategist is the former director of research for Wellington Management. So what we've done is we've built a platform that should allow us to increase the take-home pay of financial advisors significantly while reducing risk and liability to the firm and letting everybody work in a permanent work from home environment. And it makes a lot of the nefarious things that take place in the industry, it makes them impossible, thereby dropping our overhead significantly. And allowing us to tie comp directly to performance as opposed to tying the comp directly to the actual AUM, because we rather the advisors spend their time helping people make money as opposed to spending all their time just trying to go out and find more money. Basically, let me just show you the platform. The platform's done. We're integrated with Apex Clearing at this moment. All right, let me switch. Stop share. Okay, so we're fully integrated with Apex Clearing right now. I should probably be showing you the demo and not real people's money. Sorry about that. So Apex took a look at what we built and they said, we don't want clearing charges from you. We want a warrant to buy 3% of the company. So instead of, a bunch of clearing charges of cash, they took equity instead. Basically, we operate under a patent pending trade confirmation process that allows us to essentially, what happens is the advisor makes a recommendation to the client. It instantaneously pops up on the client's phone and their desktop. The client themselves hit the confirm button. When they hit the confirm button, that's actually what executes the trade. So it's never actually the advisor that's executing orders in the account. It's always actually.
You have 30 seconds left.
So basically, that's all I can jam into 3 minutes. I'm happy to answer questions.
All right, thank you very much. Judges, first come, first serve. So you raise your hand and ask your questions. Gotcha, please go ahead.
Thank you, Victoria. Hi, Stephen. Great presentation. Can you tell us what's your current traction and a bit more about your target market?
Yes, so we just got through FINRA and SEC approval. We just began to hire advisors right now. So we've hired 8 advisors so far in the last couple of months. So we're like literally at the very beginning.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It took 2 years to get through the FINRA approval process, as some of the other people will tell you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thanks.
I see. Okay, Kelly.
Thank you, Victoria. Hi, Stephen. Nice presentation. So my question is regarding risk management. Do you have any criteria for hiring an advisor, and how do you evaluate their performance?
Yeah, so when we look to hiring the advisors, first we're going to look at their disclosure history and stuff like that. But basically what we've done is we've made the platform itself takes out a lot of the nefarious things that they can do, makes it impossible, right? So if they try to do something that's outside of the scope of what they should be doing, it basically shuts it down, makes it impossible for it to take place in the first place. Last thing I'll say on that is essentially what we've done is we've made a platform for all financial advisors to be able to operate their business as they see fit, but we put those rails in place for like compliance purposes.
Okay, another quick question. Can you elaborate your revenue model, please?
Yes, we make money on margin interest, the credit balances, fully paid stock lending, and stock borrow, the traditional discount broker dealer revenue streams, but we're able to give away the entire front end revenue to the advisor because we have lower overhead.
Okay, great. Thank you. All the best.
Thanks.
I think we have time for one more question. If anyone wants to go ahead.
If it's not a problem, I will just add a bit more.
Sure, of course.
Thank you for the opportunity, Victoria. Stephen, can you tell us a bit more about your differentiators in terms of your competitive landscape? What differentiates you with your competitors? As I understood, JP Morgan is one of them, yeah?
Yeah, so our patent pending trade confirmation process does. I didn't even get a chance to show that to you. It basically shifts a lot of the regulatory risk and liability off the firm as it relates to actually making recommendations, because we stop unauthorized trading dead in its tracks and we prevent regulation best interest violations.
Thank you. Good luck with your endeavor.
Thanks.
Okay, we can take a quick question from Gabriel because we still have a little time.
Yes, just quickly, I wanted to ask you how can we help you? What is the area you need most help? I was a broker myself, so yeah, happy to understand it more and see,
Yes, so with the funding that we're after, we're going to use that to ramp up to our first 40 advisors, which should get us over $1 billion in AUM. From that standpoint, our goal is to hire 5,000 advisors in 5 years to put that in scale. UBS has 6,500 worldwide. FINRA, the police of stockbrokers, they gave us a staggered approach. They said 40, we'll come back in 6 months, do an audit. If everything's good, we'll let you go to 300. So at this point, you could help with capital.
All right, thank you, Victoria. All right, let's talk further. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Of course. Thank you, Stephen. That was awesome. And thank you for your presentations. Feel free to connect with judges and other startups in the chat.
Thanks.
And I'm going to pass the mic to Cryptstock Inc. Are they with us? Oh,
Yes.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Damilola from Cryptstock. I'll be representing my team. So what we do currently at Cryptstock...
Wait a second. Can you share a screen? Because I don't think we're seeing it.
Okay, hold on, please.
Sure. All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so
I can see myself for some reason.
You
can you move me away for it, just so we can see the presentation better?
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
No worries. And you might want to zoom in just a tiny bit on the presentation if it works for you.
Okay.
Yep,
Okay.
all good. Okay, you have 3 minutes and counting.
Okay.
So I'm gonna let you know when you have 30 seconds left.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity, everyone. My name is Dami. So currently what Cryptstock does is, Cryptstock is a community where young professionals can participate in owning real estate as a means of creating wealth. So currently all over the world, there's a lot of housing budget deficits, and in the US, I think there's about 5.5 million housing deficits, but I'll be focusing on Nigeria because that's where we're from. Currently in Nigeria, there's about 25 million housing deficits, and our mortgage system is poor. So we started this the product in a means of trying to bridge the gap for low-income earners and everyone to enable participation, and also a means for them to hedge against inflation. So currently, if we're looking at the annual rent in Nigeria, which is about $50,000 upward, and average income any working young Nigerian make is about 2,500 to 3,000 upward. There's a very big gap that allows people not participate in ownership of real estate. So we decided to come up with this simple, with this product as a means of participation and eligibility for people to be able to own real estate. So basically what we do is we provide houses to users for as low as $10,000, and they get to earn income every month on the houses when the houses are listed in the industry. We are a team of 4, and we have some other outsourced people that help us. And we took the whole business or the whole product serious last 6 months. We grew from 1,000 users to 13,000 users, and we've received about $230,000 in users investment, and we've made about $7,000 in revenue. We noticed there's a very there's a growing need, there's a growing culture in the industry, so we brought this product to allow people own real estate, to participate in real estate. And we think we're asset light, and there's a very large network effects that allow people that own their there's a large network effects that allow people that own part or participate in real estate to exit, because they can sell their stocks outside the platform or on third-party applications. Yeah,
you have 30 seconds left, just FYI.
I think that's just a summary of what we do. Okay, so no, I mean, we commission, or how we make money currently is we make 7% on commission for the property sale and 5% on rental. We like to call ourselves the Robin Hood of real estate. So basically that's what Cryptstock does. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that was great. I'm gonna open the floor for judges. I think it's, I still see myself, but that's fine. I'm gonna open the floor to judges, and Walid, please go ahead with your question.
Yeah, thanks, Danny, for the presentation. I think you are tackling up a major and important problem, but again, I'm not able to understand where do you play? Are you an aggregator? Is this a timeshare, or the problem is clear enough, but about the solution, I'm not really understanding. How are you going to help solving this problem?
Okay, so what we do is we're more like the technology and the enabler for the third party and also the developers. We come in to provide a solution where the developers can bring in their properties. We try to bargain the price, and we divide this properties amount into tokens, allowing people. So let's say there's a property worth $50,000. We can buy the property and now list it, divide them into tokens, maybe as low as $5,000, as low as $50, and share it and allow people buy into it. Then the property is put on rentals, and they also get to earn from it. So they have the ownership of this property for as long as they decide to, unless they decide to trade it, where we also have a third-party platform where they can trade it.
I think I got it. I think one part you should mention clear is that you tokenizing those properties and allowing fractional ownership on that. This is a very important part. I think you should bring to your pitch, and I'll leave the stage for other questions maybe.
Thank you.
All right, sure. Stanley, please go ahead with your question. I don't think we can hear you for some reason. We still can't hear you. Do you want to type your question in the chat or Q&A? All right. Okay, and I think we have time for one more quick question. Yep, Alexis, please go ahead.
Yes, what can you mention about your current market validation?
Okay, so our product is already in the market. We have about the last 6 months we have about 13,000 users. We've raised the family and friend round of about $3,000 from the city of Terragon and the former founder of Jobaman, Ope Awoyemi in Nigeria. Yeah, they raised the family and friend fund for us. They're also on our board and they help us. We advise, they show us how to go about it. It's more like they're trying to also help us to get into incubator program to help our team and everyone on the team function properly.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. So you have some questions in the chat, so feel free to type the answers. And thank you for your presentation.
Thank you.
Okay, so W Build, I think you go next.
All right.
Can
Hi,
I share
everyone.
screen?
I'm about to do so.
All right, that's awesome. Okay, we can see it, and you have 3 minutes starting now.
All right, so hi everyone. I'm Daniel Pardo, CEO and co-founder at WeBuild. So investing in real estate takes 1,000 times more effort than investing in companies. E-Trade, Robinhood, and other platforms have made it extremely simple for to invest in companies, while investing in real estate takes months and has many intermediary costs. And this is a problem because the real estate is the world's most important store of wealth, valued at over 300 trillion, and yet it is highly inaccessible to the masses. As an example, only 1.3% of all assets are publicly traded. This is particularly problematic in Latin American countries with unstable economies where savings are lost by high inflation or high interest rates and unjust government practices. So what we've built is a marketplace. We're the first cross-border marketplace for tokenized, meaning fractionalized, real estate investing in Latin America, where anyone can invest in property or developments from $50, guided by sustainability principles. So Juan, for example, is a factory worker from Argentina. He has purchased 1 square meter of a property for rent in Miami in dollars online and in less than 20 minutes. And so for him, accessing stable, low-risk returns of 6% is literally going to change his life. And what if he could purchase equity in a development? Then accessing experienced partners and 15% returns would definitely be something something way more important. So that's our dream. That's what WeBuild is about. Our revenue model is very simple. We commission on raised capital 5 to 10% and 1% on fees under management, on assets under management fees. Our first offering was launched in January for $550,000, and over 80% of it has already been sold with investors from over 8 countries around the region. And we believe that we are different, especially because we've re-engineered legal frameworks that allow for full compliance on cross-border transactions. We're built on blockchain technology that drastically reduces transactions costs and the legal complexities around it. Our offerings include not only properties, but also developments, conservation efforts, etc. We focus on Latin America, markets that we know, and our offerings have an ESG approach to them. Now, as CEO, I have over 15 years real estate investing and development experience, and have been a part of the blockchain ecosystem since 2015. So we've put together a collaborative organization with an all-star team. So please review the bios. Now,
you have 20 seconds left, just FYI.
Absolutely. In the future, we see neighborhood tokens being distributed by developments for their neighbors on decisions like landscaping or paint color, or we can work on reverse mortgages and home loan solutions, or construction companies can be sharing development tokens as bonus packages for their employees. So WeBuild will unleash the power of real estate investing. That's why the future of real estate is not I build, you build, or they build a better world, but we build.
Okay, awesome. I love the name. It's very on point. I'm going to open the floor. Balit, please go ahead with your question.
Yeah, great presentation. I think, again, emphasizing on the magnitude of the problem that you're trying to solve. My question, for tokens, do you have one common token for all the properties or the projects, or you are going to issue an individual token for each one of them? Individual tokens, okay.
And the reason for that, very quickly, the reason for that is because we want anyone to be able to build their own portfolio. So you can have 4 square meters of a property in Miami, 10 meters of property in Canada, and so on and so forth. And you build your own deal and your own fund, basically.
My other part of the question, if it's individual tokens for each project, are those tokens going to be tradable outside of your platform, or they'll just be exclusive to your platform?
So 2 things. First, at the moment, they are only tradable within the platform. To be completely honest, we don't believe that that's going to be a solution. So what we do is apply liquidity protocols that will make WeBuild purchase your way out, so that you have liquidity and are able to sell your tokens. There's a fee to sell those tokens, but you'll be able to go out. As we move forth, we are going to be working on eventually transitioning to bigger exchanges and more public exchanges where they can be traded as well.
Right. Okay, amazing. George, please go ahead with your question.
Great. Thank you very much. Very interesting presentation. But I know that there are already lots of kind of solutions similar to this. And the major problem that they face is the tradability. That was already part of the question, like liquidity. And the second one is legal frameworks. You said that you re-engineered it somehow. I think maybe we don't have the time to discuss that, but it would be great to discuss it after the call or in private conversation, because I might be interested personally. So I've heard like 3 or 4 this kind of solutions already, and always they struggle to re-engineer the legal framework somehow.
Just quick note on that. That was our main focus, and the reason why our first offering was cross-border, so we're selling a property in the United States to Latin American countries, was exactly to prove that we were able to comply. And most of our team has a background experience on laws and on SEC markets and everything like that. So that's kind of why we believe that we're a little bit different.
And do you have some kind of built-in wallet within your platform, so that where people custody their tokens, and which blockchain are you using currently?
We use Polygon blockchain, and people have their own wallet within the platform, but eventually, obviously, we want to transition towards where you can have your own custody.
Understood. Thanks.
Okay, and I think that's all we have time for. But Kelly, Tony, Adrian, I encourage you to text startups in the chat or in the Q&A if you feel like your question can be public, because I think this is a good discussion to have. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you very much. All right, and let me go forward with Carmack and Daryl. The stage is yours. I don't know if I can hear you, Daryl. Can you say something?
Yes. Are you able to see the screen?
Yep, and I'm able to hear you as well. So you have 3 minutes and counting starting now.
Thank you for this opportunity. My name is Daryl Young. I am the founder and CEO of Carmack. Our mission is to inspire and enable financial independence for future generations. Wealth inequality is a global concern, but for the richest country in the world, as measured by GDP, how can it be that 32% of Americans live under such financial hardship? Looking deeper, this is not just a problem for the so-called poor. Even your neighbors with a 6-figure annual income may be living paycheck to paycheck. And so is it any wonder that 90% of parents worry that their kids will struggle to be financially independent? On the positive side, we have a strong culture of gifting, and that's where you'll find the Carmack solution. We provide the ability to easily purchase and send stocks as gifts. Think of all the celebrations that you probably attend on a regular basis: birthdays, graduations, weddings, holiday season gatherings, and small gifts compound over time. With our solution, projections show that a newborn child can have a 6-figure account balance by age 18. How does it work? Well, it's pretty simple. Sign up, enter your intended receiver's contact information, choose which stock or ETF you'd like to send as a gift along with the amount, and this will result in a fractional share. As shown for our MVP launch, we are charging a one-time 4.9% fee per transaction. And then so you'll finally enter your payment details. Carmack will handle the rest. As far as our business model, post MVP, we will transition to a subscription-based service. And for the charitably inclined, we intend to process stocks as donations as well. We offer financial literacy workshops, which we brand as FinTech. This is how we will source our users. And we specifically target Title I and TRIO schools because they receive federal grants to support such workshops. To get to where we are, we built a dedicated team, fought our way through a very arduous 28-month regulatory approval process. This provides a moat for us. We spent $1 million of our own money to build our MVP. And as you can see on the screen, the results from our beta launch. The ratio of gifts sent to users onboarded may seem a bit deceiving. Actually, what we found is that some givers tend to be super gifters in the sense that they sent more than 5 gifts. We like to think that we stand apart from other broker-dealers, and so while they may focus on wealth for self, we focus on wealth for others. Our timing is perfect. We live in the era of the so-called great wealth transfer, and our competition is not just other broker-dealers, though, as you'll see on the next slide.
You have 30 seconds left.
Our focus is gifting, and so as an alternative, we provide this as a solution to anybody who's doing a retail gift. And this data is hard to track, so we looked at the holiday season as a starting point. We think that we can access 2% of annual gift card sales in the next 5 years, and that would amount to 68 million or so in annual revenue for Carmack. Our fundraise is, as you can see on the screen, we're hoping to gear up swiftly for the 2023 holiday season. We're headquartered in San Francisco, got a wonderful team of seasoned professionals, subject matter experts. I myself spent my entire career in financial services, first as a public accountant and then now as a certified financial planner. Our colleagues all have similar backgrounds, decades of
Daryl, thank you very much. Apologies for interrupting you, but that's about what we have time for. And Kelly, please go ahead with your question.
Thanks, Victoria. Daryl, nice presentation. So if a person gives stock as a gift, does he or she subject to gift tax, or does it apply to capital gains tax?
Well, gift tax would apply if you exceed more than the annual gift exclusion, which most people wouldn't do. But in the United States, it's $17,000 per donor per donor.
Okay, thank you. Good luck.
Okay, I'm opening the floor to questions. Alexis, please go ahead.
Yes, what kind of exit points are you looking at?
We hadn't contemplated that. I mean, really, we were focused on getting our MVP out. I fantasize about our exit at some point in 5 to 10 years.
Then what can you mention about your product market fit process then? Maybe you can say something about that.
I think frankly, we're still trying to find that. We've been seeing great interest in our product. We do that through our financial literacy workshops. That's how we source our prospects. And so, I mean, I don't know that I'm really answering your question. I can only say that our launch has been successful in my eyes. We hope to have something really great to show after the coming holiday season.
Okay, thanks.
Stanley?
Can you hear me? Perfect. Thanks a lot, Steve. Who are your who is your target market?
My target market is Gen X parents. So think of them as people aged, well, like my age, I'm 48, likely to be married, likely to have children, and also parents who are still alive. And I find that with parents, they automatically understand wealth transfer.
I mean, if you look at the competition, sorry, just one last question. If you look at the competition, I mean, you can expect that their current, most of these guys who understand giving this type of gifts, they also have portfolio managers and brokers and things like that. So do you find that, you know, you might get into competition with them because, I mean, they would like to also hold their generational portfolio. So do you think there's competition or there's a way for you guys to work together?
I think that there's a way for us to work together. There will be our competition in the long term, but we really focus on wealth for self, or wealth for others, which others don't do. I think that there's a very strong estate planning component to this. And so I believe that we can carve out a very successful niche.
All right, that's fascinating. And I think we have time for one more quick question, if anyone wants to go ahead. I feel like everyone is thinking very hard. Oh, Alexis, yes, please.
Yes. What kind of partnerships do you have? Can you mention anything about that?
We don't have any partnerships per se at the moment. I mean, we have vendor partners. A build like this is very intense and it requires all kinds of support. You know, if you say partners, New York Stock Exchange, the NASDAQ, the like. As far as partners for customers, we do intend to reach out to gifting platforms, party invitation platforms, school groups and parents groups and so forth. And that's where we noticed that some of these groups actually get funding, like these Title I and TRIO schools. They get federal grants to offer financial literacy. And we've actually been offered opportunities to get paid presentations, but really we want to use it as a sourcing mechanism for prospects and customers.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, that's amazing. Thank you very much, Daryl. And I'm going to pass, of course, I'm going to pass the mic to Meta Commerce and David.
Hello.
Hi. Okay, so you have 3
Anyone
minutes.
wants to see my screen?
Yeah, we are good. And you have 3 minutes starting now.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Leo David. I'm the founder and CEO of Meta Commerce, a company incorporated in Delaware. We're basically digitalizing the procurement and logistics audit and payment. That's what we're doing. This is a team. We're a team of 4, all with strong experience and background from the supply chain and technology background. We've spent years and we've known each other for many years. We're spread across the globe and a bunch of passionate people with fresh thinking. That's what we come up with. And we've come together basically to solve some of the key problems that we've identified within the domain. It's mainly to do with audit and payments, as you saw. These are some of the key problems that we've identified, the long lead times and the painful process that it takes for supply chain operations, procurement, and finance to go through the approval and audit process. Basically, that results in loads of errors and omission and processing and payments, leading to revenue leakage and poor cash flow visibility and spend management visibility. What we're doing basically is to bring the solution in real time, eliminate the revenue leakage and errors and omission, and enable real-time visibility. It's a plug-and-play digital platform on one integrated ecosystem. Who's the audience? Companies that need, to serve the procurement process of receiving invoices and payments. The users are people in the operations within those functions, And these are the decision makers. And what we basically deliver is a real-time end-to-end process and enable collaboration and get visibility. This is in simple how it works. We integrate the customer through data engineering process to do the structuring, cleansing, and tagging. After that, we live stream, we compliance check, we match, approval, enable smart contract management, and secure B2B payments. And in future, we plan to incorporate trade finance solution into the whole profile and procurement process. This is a product visibility. We are at the prototype stage. We finished an early product development, design, and development. So these are different screens that users can see for them to have a dashboard, see what's approval, what's coming in, what's pending, what are discrepancies.
You have 30 seconds left, just FYI.
So this is the market size, 407 billion in total market. And we're basically focusing on the small little piece on the targeted countries. And this is how we make money. A significant portion of the money comes from transaction. We try to make it more an OPEX model versus a license fee. But we do have an annual subscription fee, which we want to do the initial year and then knock it off after a couple of years. So that's essentially where we are. And this is page in terms of traction. Okay, sure. You can actually leave your presentation on any slide you want. And I'm opening the floor to judges. Aaron, please go ahead with your question.
Good presentation. Can you talk a little bit more about your go-to-market strategy and also your competitive landscape? I mean, you probably know you're just one of several platforms that have come online just in the last 6+ months. So what's making you different?
So this is the difference. I mean, the differentiator is the architecture. We are building on a multi-echelon architecture, which basically enables the customer and the supplier to be able to operate and execute in real time. Most of the technologies out there on the left side that you see, they are built on a one-to-many architecture, which means the customer and the suppliers are basically, they can use the front end of the customer, or they've got to go through painful integrations. With a multi-echelon, you don't go through that. And we enable blockchain. We don't have anybody here with blockchain. Of course, there are many players who come in. I can't see anybody doing real time. And there's a different way we built our technology to manage that. Yeah.
Thank you.
In terms of how do we go, this is how we go.
Okay, I see. So Kelly, please go ahead with your question.
Yeah, so what's your traction right now?
Well, we are at the early product development stage, and our plan is and we've got about 30 customers ready to start. This is an ongoing exercise. We are getting more and more customers to prepare to come on board. And we plan to finish the production in September and run beta from October to December and then launch January 2024.
Okay, great. Good luck.
Thank you.
And Keiichi?
Thanks for the presentation. So, could you tell me a little bit more about how do you onboarding all the stakeholder, and also if you could tell me a little bit more about procurement process, for example, could you detect what types of how much you can track for the suppliers, for example, like tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 providers, are you able to track the transaction?
Yes. So when we onboard a customer, there's a data integration piece that we do where we cleanse, structure, tag customer and their suppliers ecosystem. We integrate and then we live stream. So which means the customer's data, right from the time they do a procurement contract, we maintain the procurement contract on our database. And following that, you have your rate table and the SLA. And the transactional piece of communication that flows from customers, suppliers on a day-to-day basis is your POs and your invoices. As it comes through, we just do the processing in real time.
Okay, thank you very much. That's about I'm sorry, Katie, you can comment, but that's what we have time for now. But I encourage you guys to continue this conversation, and I am very happy to see you. I don't think we have time to answer question live, but I'd encourage you also to message the startup and discuss it with them. You can do this publicly or not. Sure. And our next, I just love the startups today, I gotta say, really, really extraordinary. And I was told to just remind again, so startups don't mention fundraising out loud. I know you haven't been mentioning, but that's our guidelines that I gotta say that. And next is Gift Crowd. Ashad, please go ahead. The stage is yours and you have 3 minutes.
Hi, everyone. My name is Eshad Doni, and I am the CEO and founder of Gift Crowd, where we are reinventing group gifting. And when I say group gifting, I'm referring to all of these cases in which a number of different individuals would like to gift someone else. In the US alone, $38 billion will be spent on group gifts this year, with the average American family participating in 10 group gifts a year. However, while it's a very common need and a pretty gigantic market, collecting money from many gift participants and deciding together what to purchase is a daunting task, and this causes frustration and disappointment. In Gift Crowd, we're solving that through an online one-stop shop group gifting platform, which generates 3x participation rates, requires 90% less time and effort from gift organizers, and guarantees the satisfaction of the gift recipient. We do that by making sure that we take care of all of the pieces of the group gifting process, including collecting the money, inviting participants, reminding them to join, letting participants send greetings, letting gift recipients send thank you notes, and letting each gift recipient choose their own gift from over 400 brands that partnered with us, So far, over 80,000 gifts were purchased using Gift Crowd by 90,000 users, including 250 schools that use Gift Crowd to give teachers and all of the school staff twice a year for the holidays and the end of the school year. We reached almost $3 million in sales in 2022, which are 29% year-over-year growth, and we're very proud of our 95% retention rate. Our business model is not to charge any fees. Instead, we earn 20% in average for every transaction through a combination of merchant discounts from the respective merchants of the gifts that gift recipients choose, breakage, and affiliate fees. So in summary, we are operating in a very large market, solving a daily challenge. We have a solid business model with 20% margin. We have a competitive advantage through a unique school teacher gifting solution. That's the only one that exists in the market that we built that allows us to quickly penetrate the market.
You have 15 seconds left, just FYI, 15.
And we have the traction that I mentioned.
Good, awesome. Okay, Kelly, please go ahead with your question.
Thanks, Victoria. Ash, that's a great presentation. So can you explain and elaborate a little bit more how you make it so that people are actively involved and you can guarantee the recipient's satisfaction?
So we realized that the fact that many individuals that would like to give someone they don't know what to purchase is a problem both for buyers and for receivers. So by the fact that we have so many hundreds of brands on our platform, we let every gift recipient basically go and choose whatever they want. And they can even take a Visa card, which always makes them happy. So this is what I mean when I say that we're removing this burden of the gift buyers, and gift receivers love the fact that they get to choose.
Great, all the best.
Yep, thank you. Alexis?
Yes, do you work with customer loyalty metrics such as NPS, which is very viable for your business platform?
Yes, we do have annual surveys that we send out to measure NPS.
Okay. Thanks.
All right. Judges, please go ahead. Gaio, please go ahead. I'm sorry,
Thank you.
Gaio. I keep saying Gaio or Gaggio. I'm sorry.
It's Gaio.
It's
But
Gaio.
no worries.
Oh, damn. Okay,
No
okay,
worries.
Gaio.
Oh,
Yes.
all right. Well, nice presentation. Really interesting concept. I don't have much to ask because I think everything that concerns judges is generally asked. My question would be more about your revenue development. I mean, you already gave us information about your growth year over year. What is the revenue development on a monthly basis?
So first of all, thank you for the question. We're still very seasonal in terms of our revenue. We generate roughly 50% of our revenue in December around the holidays, and then another 40% between late April and early June, which is the end of school year, and then the remaining 10% throughout the remaining of the year. We grew 30% or 29% to be precise between 21 and 22, 2021, 2022. I mean, 40% year over year before that, and several hundreds percent during COVID when users were kind of forced to switch to the online version of the old version of collecting cash in envelopes.
Okay, thank you very much. I think that's about what we have time for today. But feel free to talk in the chat. Thank you very much for your presentation. And next is Reinvest Wealth, represented by Behdad. Please share your screen.
Thank you, Victoria.
Sure. All right. And can you do full screen? Okay, cool. 3 minutes.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Reinvest Wealth. We're building the future of accounting. Over 70% of small business owners do their bookkeeping and absolutely hate it. They actually say it's one of the worst parts of owning a business. And one of the main reasons that they continue to do bookkeeping is because accounting services are just too expensive. As a result, they lack real-time financials and avoid getting help. Reinvest Wealth is changing this. We're building a robo-accountant for small business owners, and we utilize AI to eliminate traditional accounting tasks and generate helpful business advice. My name is Bedad, and I'm the CEO at Reinvest Wealth. I'm also a CPA and a self-taught developer. Our CTO, Arsen, is a full-stack engineer and an AI expert. And our CFO, Mariam, is also a CPA and a tax genius. Reinvest Wealth is unique for many reasons. Our AI bookkeeper can auto-classify transactions with 95% accuracy thanks to our context extension AI model. And second, our tax auto-filing is part of our software, and we're the first software in Canada, that allows business owners to automatically file their taxes in-app, making it the fastest way to file business taxes. And third, similar to ChatGPT, you can ask accounting questions specifically about your business and get real-time answers as if you were speaking to a helpful accountant. We make money through subscription plans. Our accounting copilot sells for $49 per month, and our income tax autofile for $4.99 per year. We're analyzing more than $1.5 million in transactions per month, and we have 55 businesses actively using our beta software. Here you have traditional accountants and bookkeepers on the right side that use accounting software in the middle, and we're the new robo-accountants on the left. We're not designed for accountants at all. We're built specifically for business owners. This means that we can't cut corners and leave manual accounting tasks for accountants. We build smart software that's faster, more accurate, and 3 to 5 times cheaper than competitors. Our marketing strategy is centered around content creation and partnerships with the best brands. We currently rank on the first page of Google for many key searches, and our users really love our product.
You have 30 seconds left, just FYI.
Thank you. There are over 4.5 million new small businesses created every year in North America. and we project to capture 675,000 new businesses in 2026, which translates to $750 million in annual revenue. And when you factor in customer retention, this number quickly grows into the billions. If you believe the accounting industry is in need of radical change and you have experience scaling FinTech, SaaS, or AI, please come talk to me. I look forward to speaking with you. Thank you.
Good, awesome. All right, Gaurav, please go ahead.
How much is the cost advantage compared with QuickBooks and others?
Sorry, you said how much is the cost of us compared to QuickBooks and others?
Yes, how much does the client save in cost if they opt for your business?
Yes, so generally businesses, when they get QuickBooks, they're also either faced with the choice of outsourcing their bookkeeping or doing it in-house and doing their tax return with an accounting expert or doing it in-house. And because they don't have money to do both, they'll pick the one with the regulations, which is the tax return at the end of the year. So then they pay about $1,000 to $2,000 at the end of the year for their tax return. And we're about 3 to 5 times cheaper than that total value.
No, but you mentioned in your slide that you guys are much fast even in accounting compared with QuickBooks and others, right? Tax filing is another aspect. So when you say you are faster than QuickBooks, how fast you are and how much does this translate into cost savings for a client? Why would a client switch from QuickBooks, FreshBooks, many other accounting softwares out there? Is there a monetary advantage besides the timeline and time advantage?
There is a monetary advantage because business owners that use
What's the percentage like? How much?
So the thing that you need to understand here is that business owners, when they use QuickBooks, they also need to get their an accountant at the end of the year. And you have to factor in both of these costs. We replace the QuickBooks and the accountant at the end of the year with one real-time robo-accountant. So if you look at QuickBooks, QuickBooks also has a range of prices starting from about $30 to $70, $80. We're in that price range. We're at $50 per month. But you, as a business owner, if you're using QuickBooks, you also have to get a tax accountant at the end of the year, and you only get feedback from them once at the end of the year. Whereas with us, it's real time throughout the year. You're constantly in conversation with the software.
Understood. I'll let other judges ask questions. Thank you.
Okay, and I think we have time for one question from Alexis, but Gabriel, Sarah, Walid, Guillaume, I encourage you to text the startup because I see that we'd love to have some more conversation.
Yeah. Excellent pitch. What can you add more about go-to-market?
So right now we're in discussions with 2 really big brands. One of them is a really famous payment processor that I don't want to mention right now because no deals have been closed, but we're in conversations with them to become their sales tax filing partner. And another one is one of the biggest financial institutions in Canada that we want to partner with them for when business owners create their business bank accounts to come on board with us afterwards.
Okay, thanks. Sounds good. Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your presentation, Bindab.
Thank you, Victoria.
Sure. Let's pass the mic to Ford Trader X, represented by Michael.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yes. Yes. Can you share your screen?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, great. So you have 3 minutes
my
and
screen?
counting. Yep. Okay, let's go.
Good day, everyone. My name is Michael Ajay. I am the founder and the CEO at ForTradeX. ForTradeX is an all-in-one app African traders and travelers need for banking, currency exchange, and buying and selling. As a trader in Africa, looking to import goods from China, from Asia, from America, you need US dollars. And to get those US dollars, you either go to the bank, you put in an application, it takes a month, or you go to remittance companies that sell to you at a very high exchange rates. And the time to get all those different foreign currencies are so lengthy and time consuming. On the other end, when I came to the United States almost 9 years ago, I couldn't get my first bank account because I had no social security number. When I got, it took me 2 years to get my first bank account. And because of that, it prevented me from building my credit as early as I could. Our solution to this two major problems is our mobile app and our website. So we built a peer-to-peer currency exchange platform that will allow merchants in Africa to exchange their local currency directly with Africans in the diaspora. We're also building a mobile app that will give personal and business bank accounts with debits and credit cards to international students and African migrants in America, just using their international passport without asking them for social security number. We're also building an Afrocentric e-commerce marketplace where these merchants in Africa can sell to Africans in the diaspora, and they can get payments on the same application. Our complete analysis, so we combining both banking, currency exchange, and e-commerce solution into one application. For our peer-to-peer currency exchange platform, we allow our users to set their own exchange rates, and also we're building an e-commerce marketplace on the same application that will allow these merchants to sell to Africans in the diaspora, and our fees are very fair and equitable. Our business model is a two-side commission for each transaction, meaning we accept fees from both sides. On the cards that we'll be issuing, we'll be getting between 0.5 to 1.5% on interchange. We'll get APY on each of the accounts. We'll also get fees from the invoice and the international wires that the merchants will be doing.
You have 30 seconds left, just FYI.
We set a target to build the peer-to-peer, which we have. We set a target to do 1 million. We've done more than $3 million in transaction. We set a target for $10,000. We've done more than 36,000, and we have more than 1,600 active users. The team is led by myself and my co-founder. I'm a third-time founder. My co-founder is a second-time founder. We're looking to raise at the moment, and this funds will help us to increase our transaction and build the product and also the team. Thank you. I'll be happy to answer any question you have.
Sure. Thank you very much. Judges, please go ahead with your questions. Walid?
Yeah, I think you're trying to tackle a very, very, very big problem. We know there's a lot of currency fluctuation in Africa, and then there's a lack of, hard currency for SMEs to get their to finance their cross-country trades. I think from regulatory perspective, what you think the main challenges that you're going to face, and how are you going to build this liquidity? I mean, in case, for example, I'm a diaspora, I want to send money back home. How would I do that in a legal, regular way? Who will provide the liquidity in the local currency on the other side? And would this be in friction with the official provider? Because we understand that in most of these countries there's a bank rate and there's a barter rate. How do you get through that?
All right, so good question. So the first one is the liquidity. So on our end, our license does not allow us to accept payments from the users. We just provide the platform. We partner with banking partners here in the US and also in Nigeria and in Ghana, right? So they move the funds across, and we provide the platform to allow the person here in the US with the US dollars to exchange the currency with the person in Nigeria. And the funds move between the bank account of the person in the US to the bank account of the person in Nigeria on the platform. I'm not sure if that answered your question, your first question.
Yeah, this is clear. Yeah.
Okay, and I think we have time for a question from Kelly and potentially from Stanley. So
Thanks,
Kelly, please go ahead.
Victoria. So Michael, nice presentation. So can you elaborate your competitive advantage? For example, there are many competitors in the marketplace. Compared with Kudi, what are your competitive advantages?
So for us, we on the exchange part of it, we allow those merchants to set their own exchange rates, right? They agree on the exchange rates with the person in the diaspora that have the US dollars. Unlike the other remittance platforms that they buy the US dollars from the guys in the diaspora at a lower exchange rate, and they resell it at a very high rate to the to the merchants in Africa. But for us, we allow the guys, both guys, to agree. And what we see is that most times it comes to the middle. So the guy in the US is getting more local currency for his dollars, and the person in Africa is paying less for the dollar. Also, we're providing them bank accounts. So other platforms, when you go to them, you get your foreign currencies, you have to transfer it to your bank in Africa, and then you have to now go to the bank to send the funds to your partners abroad. But we will be able to provide them USD bank accounts that after exchanging the funds on the platform, they move the money into those accounts and they can do the wire transfer directly to their competitors, to their suppliers. I mean,
Great. Good luck.
Thank you very much. I think that's what we have time for, but Stanley and Alexis, I encourage you to text Michael. So Michael, thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go with Anne from United Kingdom, represented by Dima. Dima, can you share a screen? I think Dima might be having tech issues. Let's move to startup number 10 then. Alex M from Azerbaijan, represented by Alexei.
Just a second.
No worries.
Hello, everybody. My name is Alexei. I'm co-founder of Alemix. We are a financial fintech startup. We already work in 3 years. We as a platform or financial partner, which provide digital assets and cryptocurrency. And now we identify new potential issue in current ecosystem, financial ecosystem, because first of all, let me show you. I think it's better because a lot of social networks don't have good payment connectors, and this is really stuck sometimes because they can sell and customers can buy services. This is first, and the second one, this is banks. Everybody knows that we have a lot of neo banks which already provide super conditions for people, and their transaction commissions close into zero. It means they're just got a lot of investments, but in future they will not really, will be profitable. And our solution which combine social network and payment systems. And currently we are working with last part is social network. Let me show our team. It's very important right now because we have Emin Aliyev from Facebook, who already do Facebook part, social network part from Facebook, his experience, and other guys who already experienced in blockchain and financial. My experience from Visa, because I'm ex-Visa executive, and now we are stage with when we already have exchange, as I mentioned, exchange platform. It's 6 billion daily liquidity access, and we already have payment engine, AlimPay, we call it AlimPay. Our internal wallets based on Web3, and now we are currently working on social network engine, which help us to make this a solution for our customers. And what's important to see what the benefits received individuals, because users can make as a standard social network activity.
You have 25 seconds left, just FYI.
Yes, create content, make a photo, and a financial system like a bank can share their license, like a bank as a service, and merchants can sell the products in internal network. And our revenue stream is like 45% from conversion, AlimPay, from payment system, from merchants, and other stuff. Yeah.
Thank you very much. I think you can leave your presentation on. Sarah, please go ahead with your question.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask that who is the most closest competitor of LMX and currently working in the market right now?
Honestly, we not identify any competitor because we haven't seen any functionality which combine financial partner and social network as a one solution. It's like a closed ecosystem for everybody, for merchants, banks, and users. And we didn't find, and we don't see any other competitors right now.
Awesome, thank you.
Okay, Gabriel, please go ahead with a question.
Yeah, thank you so much, Victoria. Yeah, just one quick question, guide me a little bit. So the idea is to have, this neobank banking as a service, but also empower influencers, the social media component, right?
Yes.
But guide me a little bit on that. So what would be the task of the social component within the neobank? Give me a few examples, just to understand.
Yes, good question. Thank you very much. We would like to engage them and help them make a KYC for the customers through our partner and regulation, compliance, everything. Just help them to quickly. And the second one is to share their license internally. It's like a bank as a service because it's generate additional revenue for them because it's like a win, 3 wins from solution for everybody, all participants of ecosystem.
All right, interesting. Well, let's talk further, Alex. Congrats.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, Tony, please go ahead. I think you're muted, Tony.
It's one or the two. You can hear me or you can see me. So sorry.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, go ahead with a question.
No worries. Very interesting. When I'm listening to this, I'm thinking, okay, well, why would some people want to be in a closed circuit to do all this stuff? And the thought that occurs to me is perhaps this could be very interesting for similar like people. Like let's say in a university, right? Like take any university, any college right now. This would be an interesting platform to go and offer this to all the students and all the merchants within that university, right? They basically, it creates a closed circle. And if you could provide some additional benefits to the students, they don't have to go to the billboards and look for coupons and things like that. If that's of interest to you, reach out to me. I think if you prove that in those closed circles, it would be much more successful. I don't necessarily see myself wanting to jump into a closed circuit in this day and age where we want to go global, right? But I think there's a room for this for certain ecosystems, if you will, like hyper local, and keep the costs low and keep the market repeating. Every user in a university goes through for 4 years, so it helps the community, it helps everything in that vicinity.
Yes, I think it's just a young generation. This is the most important audience. We can see some examples from TikTok and other services. Yes, I will happy to continue this discussion. Let's change the contacts in LinkedIn and
you got it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, great. So Alexis, I will encourage you to text Alexei. Alexei, thank you very much for your presentation.
Thank you.
And Dima, are you back with us? Can we hear you?
Yes. Hi.
Okay, amazing.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, can you share a screen?
Yeah, sure. One moment. Is it okay?
We don't see it yet.
Oh. Okay.
All right. Yes, we see it now. So you have 3 minutes starting now.
So, dear ladies and gentlemen, do you know that according to global research, on average, how much users open maps per day? So they open 18 times per day their maps while they separate users, social media, and messengers. My name is Dimas Tuzishin, and today I'm here glad to present you an innovative and absolutely successful test platform for a revolutionary new way of media interaction. Imagine your maps with real-life time, location, and feed that engage you in social media maps digital realm. So here it is. Recent research has shown a significant divide between user engagement on maps, social media, and messenger. Moreover, financials indicating a need for a new kind of social network. This is where N comes in. It's a location-based social network that integrates FinTech solution, allowing you easily connect with people nearby and exchange money or service secure within the app. Incorporating allocation-based peer-to-peer payment system into the app could be a great solution to the financial inclusion problem, as it would provide an easy and accessible way for users to exchange money with each other. It could also help build trust within the community, as users would be able to rate each other and promote responsible behavior. Additionally, offering incentives for good behavior would encourage users to use the platform more frequently, which would increase engagement and drive revenue. And it's not also about transactions. It's a platform that emphasizes human connection, community building, and open communication. By using artificial intelligence to predict your next moves and incorporating immersive design, and offers a fun and engaging experience that promotes genuine connection with others. With the potential to unite two global markets and projected valuation of over $50 billion within the next 5 years, and is an exciting and promising experiment in the world of social networks. We are ready to launch platform and become within more than 2 million users at this autumn winter 2023.
Okay, you have 30 seconds, just FYI.
While we are updating, the most important thing that we have completed few main stages, included research and prepare product, and still we are at the early stage. But as you know, Pareto rules, 80% of action become 20% of result. That's why I am entrepreneur and product architect. I am truly to share that innovative platform with you and invite you to join us in creating a more connected world.
All right, thank you very much, Dima.
Thank you for attention.
Thank you. Judges, please go ahead with your questions. I feel like everyone is thinking very hard. Guillaume, do you want to ask a question?
Yeah, my question would be, what's the revenue model? Can you get a bit more into that? And where's the company's traction so far?
So we had traction since 2019 and reached around 3 stages. So we tested prototype and we incorporate different revenue models since 2019.
Hello?
I can't hear Dima for some reason, yeah?
Yeah, I can't hear him either.
How travelers use their behaviors, how they choose in a place where they want to go.
Dima, you disappeared for a second, but I think you're back.
Yeah, so maybe some problem with connection. So yes, we have a few revenue models for this platform, if we are talking about this platform. It will be in a subscription-based app, and so we propose some premium features for our audience that will allow them interact with each other more quickly and more fun. So as you know, tested by prototype, it was in difficult times because we should make revenue at the same moment. And so the last year we did by financial forecasting through cryptocurrency and exchanges. So this allows us to keep going and just finish in a prototype, test our audience, first adapters, and be ready to scale to the next level.
Okay.
I feel like we're having some connection issues, but yeah. So.
Yeah, it kind of cut off, but thank you for that.
Yep. All right. Well, Walid, please go ahead with your question.
Yeah, what was your revenue over the last 2 years? We didn't hear that. And one more comment, I think, when you're presenting, I had the feeling that you're reading from the screen. That does not create a good rapport with audience in order to engage with you in your storytelling. So I would recommend in any further presentation like that, if you're reading, try to prevent from doing that.
Oh, okay. So I am create this product and I know everything about that. So we can talk about technology or invention or.
Okay, so Dima, I see
I
you're
wanted to
having
hear about the revenue over the last 2 years, if it's possible to just pinpoint in that, because we haven't heard that.
I think he disappeared. I can't see him, and I don't know if you can either, Walid. Okay, when he comes back, I think that's about time we have, but I'll ask Dima to text everything in the chat, more about his business model, traction, revenue. So more on finance side. I'm gonna invite Pradeep with our last startup, Save Easy. Pradeep, please go ahead and share your screen.
Hello, are you able to see my screen?
Yep. Okay, and you have 3 minutes.
Excellent, thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Pradeep, CTO at Save Easy Digital. And today, I'd like to take this opportunity to walk you through our first offering, PrizWiz. My partner and I, when we started the company, had a very clear vision for this company, and that is to offer data-driven, hyper-personalized solutions to enhance a user's experience. There are multiple use cases for this vision, but we decided to tackle the electronics e-commerce market for a first. Now, every user that's making an online electronics purchase has unique financial tools such as credit cards, debit cards, wallets that are uniquely available to them. And on any given day, there are unique offers available on these financial instruments at a store level. However, there is no single tool or solution in the world today that is quickly able to inform the customer which card and store combination would maximize that customer's savings for that particular purchase. Now, we are partnered with banks and marketplaces who aim to provide value to the customer. However, they do not have sufficient data of either the user's financial tools or shopping preferences in order to personalize solutions. And traditional price comparison sites, they only offer basic pricing with zero personalization. The problem is, in this process, given the lack of ease and transparent information, the analyzed lost opportunity of savings is around $30 billion, right? Moving on, from a business sense perspective, when we evaluated the total addressable market, it presented a global opportunity of over $50 billion. And that is just from the unique spaces we want to tackle. Those are basically electronics, travel and hospitality, and personalized BS5 offerings, right? So why is PrizWiz the solution? Because with PrizWiz, we personalize the recommendation based on store and card combination. We partner with a wide range of trusted marketplaces to bring maximum value to the customer. We award the customer cash back for their loyalty in transacting through our platform, and we're able to deliver purpose-driven financial solutions. So with PrizWiz, our tagline simply is, the customer saves every time. On the technology front, we have significant competitive advantage. Look, with PrizWiz, we use custom RPA that fetches requisite information from our partner stores. It then processes that using AI and machine learning, and is truly able to produce unique results for each customer at a product level, and that in a snap. This truly is a first in the world. And given the complexity of what we built with the technology, we decided to patent this tech. We already received the provisional, and we are pursuing a full grant across India and the United States. From a revenue model standpoint, we've identified 5 different monetization strategies, right? We are already generating revenue at a 3% take rate from affiliate commission. With bank referrals, we upsell curated, data-driven financial solutions such as cards, loans, EMIs, and on our interesting data as a service model, we are actually having a lot of interest that has stemmed out from FinTechs and several banks that have expressed an interest to use our API feeds to enhance their existing offering to better engage with their customers. And finally,
I think that's almost about all the time you have. So,
sure. And that really was the end of it. It's just Shiv and I. Shiv is the CEO and I'm the CTO. Thank you very much. Open to questions.
Awesome, awesome. Alexis, please go ahead with your question. I think you're muted.
Go-to-market strategy. Walk me through that.
Yeah, so Alexis, this is Shiv. So there are two key areas that we are focusing on. So our target audience is in the age group of 18 to 35. So we will use the social media and Google channels to create brand awareness and awareness about our solution. On the other end, as Pradeep explained, we have partnership options with fintechs and banks, which will give us bulk onboarding of users as we offer our solution as a white label solution to them.
Okay, thanks.
Tony, please go ahead.
So as I was listening to you, it sounds like you may be doing what Honey has done on the browser. Is that what you're trying to do for brick and mortar?
No, so Tony, partially. However, what we're trying to do here is what Honey does not do is Honey aggregates pricing information, and it's basically recommending you when you want to purchase maybe a product or you go to a store, what are the offers? PrisWiz takes it much higher. We are actually enabling the user with allowing them to add their personal card information in a very secure way onto the platform. And so let's just assume you have an HSBC credit card. And there are offers across Amazon and various different stores. However, a combination of Amazon and HSBC is the best for that iPhone you want to purchase today. PrisWiz is the only tool that'll recommend it for you.
Got it. Yeah, I think, I'm very happy with many of us with Honey. Something makes it very seamless, right? I don't have to worry about it. So if you can take it to the next level and do it securely, right? And at the point of purchase and maybe influence that, it would be great. I think that you're probably a little bit late, or Shopkick was too ahead of their time. But I think if Shopkick had done what you have done, they would have done it much better. That was the part that was missing, I think. Yeah. So interesting to follow your traction.
Thank you.
All right, and I think we have time for one short question. Dear judges, if anyone wants to ask anything else.
I don't have any question, but I just wanted to say that this is the one of the pitches which has a lot more about their competitions already, which are running already in the market. So I'm really, glad to see this, that they have very strong idea about their competitors. So good luck.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the feedback.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's great to hear. And I think that's about all of our time. And these are startups. We mark them as safe, easy, but I'm assuming it's the company name. And nowadays the startup name is PrisWiz, right? So dear judges, when you're going to be giving scores, you should remember that. And I'm going to pass the mic to our CEO to take it further. Anna, please go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you, Victoria. Great pitches, startups. Nothing you can do, only judges can do something. And please, dear judges, what you should do is you should finish voting. Please go to the event page, make sure you voted for all the startups, because our algorithm has to work correctly, and it does when you have voted for all the startups. You can change your marks, no submission button, just push the number beneath each startup, and I will be closing the votes in less than a minute. So it's your last chance to influence the outcome of this event, because what we are looking for right now is the finalists who will be joining all other winners of the semifinals in our Unicorn Cup. So today is the last event within the season. We started in the winter, and now we are in the spring, and we are closing our winter season with the winner of the FinTech battle. So please vote for the startups. I'm switching on the music, and the music means the end of voting. Okay, you see my screen, and here we go. Being the wizard of the event, I am pushing the button stop voting, and ta-da-da, here it is. Votes are closed. No one can influence the outcome. Our algorithm is working, counting, And we will start revealing group by group to see who the winner is. Okay, we are starting with business angels, and business angels express their attitude towards startup pitching in such a way. Startups moving around. The startup who got the most is on my left hand, upper left. And since we had 11 startups, so the startup who got the highest score gets 11 from the group. Okay, now we can see how did expert board voted. And expert board had a different opinion. And I will reveal how did official judges vote as a group, and then I'll talk to our wonderful official judges, asking for the feedback, asking them about who their favorites were, and that's where startups can pick up very interesting information for themselves and hear something special. Okay, official judges. We have very interesting situation today, and let's start talking to our official judges. And I would love to start with our wonderful Kelly Luo. Kelly, looking from Canadian point of view, do you need any FinTech solutions in Canada, or everything is fine?
Definitely. So thank you so much, Anna, Victoria, for organizing another as wonderful event as always. So today I picked three startups based on my own investment interests and resources. So one is Reinvest Wealth. And I think the market demand is there, at least in Canada, for robo-accountant for tax return. So they have solid go-to-market strategy, and they have two upcoming potential partners, one for payment processor, another I think is a big financial institutions in Canada. So another one is for Trader X. I think they solve the major problems and allow users to set their own exchange rate and provide bank account for the users. That's their key competitive advantages. And the third one is for Gift Crowd. I think it's a very interesting concept, and they can offer online one-stop shopping group gifting platform. But I think in order for them to scale up, the next step is to consider how to expand sales in the off-season and optimizing the balance between gift selection and the user's needs. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Kelly, for such a wonderful feedback. And Walid, what do you think about our startups? And please give your feedback.
Yeah, I think we had very interesting and very like very sort of startups today. My main criteria is normally looking at the size of the problem and the size of the market and the impact that this solution could bring to the table. And my opinion could be a bit biased, because we are focused. Our viewpoint is based on specific geographic region. But again, nevertheless, is like I like for TradeX because this problem in Africa only it's like 1.4 billion people target market, and you've got other places like the subcontinent, other places where they're sort of two rates sort of currency exchange, and you need to get the best value. And we built also, if it's done well, it could also solve a major problem in terms of owning real estate and reinvest wealth as well. I think accounting it's due for some disruption, and combining AI with accounting could be something really good into solving a lot of issues that the consumer is facing today. So good luck for everybody. This is my best choice, but I believe everybody today is a winner here, and looking forward to see you at the final.
Thank you, Walid. Very interesting. And I am moving on, and I would like to talk to George. George, how did you like the event, and who are your favorites today? Who did you give the most?
Thank you very much. Thank you to all the startups and judges. It was really interesting event. I think I like the WeBuild, like WeBuild first, or WeBuild. They are solving, like as I said, lots of people are solving something like that, but probably they've cracked the code somehow. So I'm interested. Then Sterling Shire is also an interesting concept and something that probably has a big future with the structure. And Reinvest Wealth is also one of the favorites because what they are selling is simple but necessary. So I think there is a big opportunity there, and I would like to talk to them later for our region. That's something that would be interesting. And I'm an investor in one similar startup, which is now actually expanding to India, and I think it's similar but not the same. So some coupling could be done, like joint offerings or something like that with them for India.
Wonderful. Great news for the startup. Thank you, George, so much. And I would like to talk to Guillaume. Guillaume, who did you appreciate the most today?
Yes, thank you. From my side, I liked ForTrader X because it's actually a very scalable model. At the same time, their target audience is also very interesting because I've seen something similar with a Latinx approach. Other than that, I love Sapizi or PrizWiz because they have a very creative go-to-market strategy as they're trying to do it through the banks, having a very big group of early adopters. And lastly, Reinvest Wealth. With the whole ChatGPT movement coming along, I'd be very curious to see how that plays out.
Wonderful. Thank you, Guillaume, so much. And Ajay, what do you think? Who is the winner today for you?
Yeah, I think they were quite good presentations. I've seen something similar in the Indian context, some of those startups, and they're scaling up here. So for me, the Reinvest Wealth was something pretty neat, and I think that is solving an important problem at scale. And Save Easy was the other one. Again, I think there's a large scale to be attained, and it can be a global player. So those are the two picks for me.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. And Jan is our official judge representing Ghana from Africa. Hello, Jan. You missed the introduction section, but I'm glad you stayed till the end. Who did you like the most today? Jan, I don't hear you. You're probably muted. Okay, let's talk to our Sarah. Sarah, how did you like our startup pitches, and who did you put 5 today?
Okay, thank you so much, Anna, and thank you, Victoria, and thank you, fellow judges and all the startups for pitching these great pitches in front of us right now. Everything was really interesting over here, and it was a very hard pick in between all of these 11 startups. But when it comes to top 5 for me, it was like Reinvest Wealth, PrizWiz, WeBuild, ForTrader X, and LXM. And obviously, I think all knows the reason that why these are on the top 5 for me. But the most important part is the competitors thing, which PrizWiz really, comprehensively define it up for their own plan and their own pitch. That was the most interesting part because most of the time people forget about the competitors.
Thank you, Sarah, so much. Alexander, you had seen 11 startups, and I'm sure you had favorites. How many of them today?
Yeah, my top picks today were Reinvest for the attraction,
W build for being first in Latin America, if it's true, of course, and Sri Lanka for the great team. So
yes. Only 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess everyone is ready to see the overall score, who the winner will be, and who goes to the Unicorn Cup right from this event. And ta-da! That's overall scores. You can go to the event page and see for yourself. This is just the page to show. And the winner is, of course, you know who the winner is. And I have this wonderful congrats. So Sterlingshire, it's your moment of glory. Please speak up. You were appreciated by the most number of judges, got the most score. You are going to the Unicorn Cup next Thursday, pitching to the whole world. Victoria, do we have still them on?
Oh, I'm here.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
you. This is the very first pitch event that I've ever done. So I appreciate you guys voting for me. I've obviously pitched individuals, to get to where I'm at, but this is the first time participating in something like this. So I really appreciate it and hope that some of you participated in our first institutional round.
Wonderful. Yes, that's what all other guys are for, besides startups, to participate and to encourage you with their finances if they can. And I'm really glad that you had such an opportunity. And I'm reminding you that only 1 week left for our Unicorn Cup World Finals. So please come anytime you can. We're starting at 9 a.m. London time. That's the first batch. Second batch starts at 9 a.m. San Francisco time. And we will be on air the whole day. And startups will be pitching twice for the world audience. So come to talk to them in private, in person, and meet great personalities. Looking forward to seeing you all. And thank you for this wonderful event. It was really cool. Wish you a great rest of the week. And stay safe, stay nice. Thank you, Victoria. Thank you, dear judges. Thank you, startups.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks to you.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
See you on the major event.
Bye-bye. See you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.